And hello there, honoured guests of the stream. Welcome to Wildcards Week 1. First and exciting new series of role-playing nonsense. I'm joined by some lovely people. Also, I'm new here, and I can't roleplay as like a full person doing shows, so hi. Hello.
Everyone say hi to Finn.
Hi, Finn.
Make him feel loved.
Or just make him
Yay.
feel awkward. That could also be fun.
Oh, you know that's not possible, Johnny. Alright, yes, so,
We'll see.
obviously everyone here knows Will. He kind of runs the joint.
I'm the best.
I wouldn't go that far. But there's,
I would go
if you-
further than that if you asked me to.
Oh, okay, that's...
Is this going to be one of those games? Like, I can already see where this is going.
It's going to be one of those games.
There's no always.
I assume I shouldn't talk about what I wanted.
No,
As
no, just no.
my goal to be.
Alright, so if you've watched my streams previously, you might recognize these two fellas, Johnny and Joe, who are players on the show The Snowocalypse. Yes, those previously known as Tudor and Lux, here to create some more havoc with me. And brand new to both this stream and role-playing games in general is this man. His name is Dylan.
Hello.
He's better known on the internet as the Conflict Nerd. And that's where you can find all his cool stuff.
Pretty much. Well, debatable.
His stuff.
There we go.
I won't get too excited. Oh, I completely forgot to open that thingy that for the donation
you might
level.
need this. Oh, right, yeah, that too.
Yeah. I'll get to that in the break, maybe, if I remember.
Worries.
But yes, so wildcards. It's very exciting.
Tell us about it, Finbar. What are we
I
doing?
shall. So the idea of this game is that it is a. I wanted to play a West Marches style game because I find that kind of system quite interesting, and also it means I get to play with lots of different people and do kind of slightly different things than the normal traditional campaign, and also I get to play with all my assorted streamer friends from all over the place. Which is fun because they're all
Mostly
very
England.
busy people.
And your
I've
friends
got-
who aren't streamers.
yeah,
Who
my
are
friends who are
also
streamers.
cool,
who
right?
get to come in and fill in the gaps.
Right,
yeah.
guys.
Yeah. It also meant that I could come over here and be like, yo, Will, give me a spot. I'm going to take advantage of your weird network. Cool. But yeah, and then... But I didn't want to do the same D&D high fantasy one because there was one that's already on here, and there's a lot of other ones, similar kind of ideas that I was just like, I don't want to compete with that because other people are already doing it and doing it better and are more established. So yeah, I was like, no, find another system. I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to go to space. Because everyone wants to go to space. And also, I was watching a lot of people play MGS5, Microsoft 5 at the time, when I was thinking of this, and I stole a whole bunch of their base building mechanics, and have rolled that into how this game will slowly build up. So the idea of this game is that all of these fine gentlemen are playing characters who have been recruited into a brand new mercenary unit called the Wildcards. It's just been set up by a man called Eric, that is based aboard
Eric.
a kind of
What a lad.
defunct spaceship.
Eric's my boy.
Top lad, old Eric. Good friend of my dad's is Eric. Quite the drinker as well. My dad.
Oh,
Thank you,
we
Hobby
have-
Peace, for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and scholar. And by the way, Finn, I will bring this up in a minute, but we've hit a viewer decision.
Okay.
among followers.
well, should
Come
we
into
should we
play.
start the session? Get a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit into it so people have an idea of what kind of shit they can throw at us.
Yeah.
So I don't have to just like discard my prep and go, here's a new thing off the top of my head on the first session, because you know
I mean, that's tempting, but okay. Fair enough.
it's tempting, but
It's
not
your
that
first
tempting.
time, so we'll be nice.
Yeah, you're being gentle. Yeah, so well, this defunct spaceship known as the Queen of Hearts, which is basically in its heyday was an hello LMS1, hi Charlotte, always a pleasure.
Thanks.
So yeah, this giant spaceship was. Well, I realise if I'm that's fine. This giant spaceship was like a massive battle cruiser. It was basically the space age equivalent of an aircraft carrier, but an awesome one. Even in the spectrum of how awesome aircraft carriers already are, But nowadays, it's basically just a glorified space station floating around there that's got like a town living on it, including you guys, that you've ended up in this kind of backwater space station. And there will totally never be a quest that helps you get it back online so that you can be a faction aboard a giant-ass space cruiser just traveling around the sector being like, what up? Yes, actually, I did have a little bit of spiel prepared.
Finn, can I point out a
Spiel.
thing
You can point out many things, Dip.
with the overlay?
Yeah.
You know the little boxes below each of our names?
Yeah,
I put them there for a reason.
I know, and I completely forgot about the reason until we went live.
Yeah.
And so...
I noticed that you forgot about the reason. You specifically
The
requested those
raisin?
boxes as well.
Look, you
The
could...
raisin.
Look,
Kinda love that raisin, it's
here's,
very
here's how we'll do it. I have to run a stream right now, and also do all this shit, so if everyone puts the names of their characters in the chat on Roll20, Dylan can edit this, send me the updated version, and then I can edit it. I can swap it over. You want a bitch? We will go. We will go there.
It's on, boys.
Well, all right.
Yeah, so...
10 minutes into the stars of our number and chill.
Yeah.
Thank you, one of
This is-
those crazy girls for following. Just one
Oh.
of those crazy girls.
Hello, Jade. As I said,
Let me
I'd say hi.
Photoshop.
Assorted friends turning up. Alright, so... Welcome to Wildcards, Recruit. You're now a proud member of a brand new mercenary company operating out of the famous Queen of Hearts capital class ship. Albeit maybe past its heyday. We hope you're excited to join our venture. We've got plans for aggressive expansion, recruiting the best and brightest of Epsilon Theta as to offer. No anti-psychic or racial discrimination in this unit, no sir. If you can fly a ship, shoot a pistol, or hotwire a grav tank, you're welcome in the Wildcards. No job is too big, too dangerous, or too strange, so come along to the most exciting team in the sector. On the Queen of Hearts now, Eric Uller. Who is in no way a previous D&D character of mine who was in a similar style of campaign that I brought back because I couldn't think of a better name.
I would have brought back my character, but they for some reason died in a really OP encounter.
Funny that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't expect anything like that to happen.
Alright, so let's do a whip round before we get into things and meet characters. Because each week the idea will be that it won't always be these four. There'll be different people each week coming in with assorted things to flesh out this unit. Different combinations and all that jazz.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, so who will we start with? Will.
Yes.
You.
Hello.
Because, yeah, apparently this is a fan favourite around here.
Yes, I am playing Grog, and my name is Graham Grog Galleon, and I love the captain, and I like to sail on the ships and do the good stuff. So if we've got any microwaves or radios around, I'll be turning them into radio waves. If anyone needs me, I will be in my cabin. Thank you. Goodbye. Grog
Will we
over
find
and
you
out.
in your bunk?
Mm-hmm.
So Grog is a warrior, I believe, right?
Grog is a warrior. He is. He's a loving soul, really. He's huge. He's rather stupid, but you can't help but love him because he loves everyone.
He's a
And
lover, not a fighter.
he really is. He is absolutely devoted to the captain, who is a 16-year-old girl on his first ship, the Solace. And the love is completely platonic. He simply absolutely adores her. And
Yeah.
thinks she's the best, and
It's like
she's
a big
just
brother.
nice to him. Yeah,
Not
basically
anything
because
creepy.
but Grog, no, of course, because Grog is basically an idiot. He gets treated like an idiot a lot. So people that are actually nice to him, he kind of just latches onto like a puppy, and he'll follow them around. And but he does carry a combat shotgun and a gigantic great sword and a plate on his gigantic body, and he's not afraid to hurt anyone that is going to hurt his friends.
Okay. Sounds like a good guy to have on team, guys.
Yeah, nice guy.
Yeah. All right. Jonathan.
This is not quite Lux 2.0. I'm sorry to disappoint people. I'm a an excellent actor have a range of roles. Okay.
Uh-huh.
But, I don't at all. It's totally.
Let's not be ridiculous.
She's totally not going to make someone who makes impulsive decisions and likes to murder things. That would be ridiculous. Anyway, so I'm playing
a character like that.
Repsorp Theta. He's your bounty hunter. You need someone killed. He can get them killed. All right. Yeah. That bandit who's hassling you, dead. That guy who keeps needing you to bribe him, he's dead. Do you just not like that guy? Did he say a bad word about you? He's dead. Contact Repsorp Theta. He's angling for the kill.
Oh dear.
I imagine it's on a massive space like TV station above.
Literally, he's the Saul Goodman of.
I was just
bounty
about
hunters.
to say, in my head, I was just saying, "Better call Saul."
I imagine the reason
that is the pitch I went with.
I imagine the reason he's stuck on the Queen of Hearts with no money is because he spent all of his cash on a giant billboard ad that just ran for like a month on his homeworld.
He's looking to expand his business because previously he was on a super crappy world thing, and he was like the hot shot there, and he's looking to expand his business to the whole universe, but he needs to build up a reputation first. So that's what he's looking for.
Cool. Ah, dear. Right. That's Repsorp Theta, also a warrior, I believe, with bullshit OP stats.
It's not actually that OP stats.
Two of you all really good stats.
Am I the only one with ass stats then?
Yeah, but you know, it stars that number. The stats aren't really relevant.
He is both stupid and easy to deceive. He's just very charming.
Yeah. Joseph, tell us about your character, because, and also possibly give a little bit of context, because everyone else in this party is human.
Yep, my character is not human to start with.
Yep, that is.
He is from a race called the Evok, which are bird men. There's a picture in my bio, if you can show that.
I can indeed. Why has it decided to not give me roll 20?
Basically, all based on this planet where they could all fly using psychic powers, but then the Scream happened, which was kind of the apocalypse in this world and things up.
Did everything just die?
You okay there?
Everything's being a bit strange.
Sent you a thing, by the way.
Nice.
Oh, cool. I'll get to that in a moment. Keep going.
And
You
basically,
showed Skype.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional.
nice one. Basically, he's
Production
kind of a humanoid bird with talons, feathers, and all that kind of thing, with psychic powers
weird.
of telekinesis and teleportation, and the kind of on his planet, all the people that can fly are in a minority anymore after the catastrophe. So he's kind of from the noble ruling sect of the planet, and he's left to explore the world and see what's out there, because as bird people, they're obviously intensely curious, because, you know, avians are like that. And
Damn avians.
yeah, I know. And he kind of forms this kind of a semi-ambassador role for his country, for world even, kind of trying to improve the reputation, advertise their high-quality, small, agile spacecrafts, and just trying to make sure humans don't like kill us, because there's more of them.
It's fair. It's reasonably fair. I do apologise for all the things that are going wrong on the stream at this very moment in time.
Unforgiven.
Just like decided, oh, you know what you don't need? You don't need roll 20. That's ridiculous. Why would you need roll 20? I can't think of a single reason. And I was like, I'm gonna agree to disagree there, buddy. There we go.
So good.
Okay, so Notos, the birdie. There we go. Finally, after all that, come on screen.
Yeah, that's roughly what they look like.
Yeah. I received a full document of like reference images, physiology, like social structure, and all this stuff about this world.
You're prepared for this. I'm just about to wing it.
Winging is the best way to do it. He's a filthy tryhard.
To be fair, the world is detailed. My character is not in the slightest.
Even so, like, I'm about to make this up on the spot, and it's going to be terrible now.
You'll be fine. Don't worry.
Well, I've got the voice.
I can't do voices, so you got me beat there.
I can't do voices. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah, trust me.
I can try, but I can't do them.
We're about to witness something Spectacular. Right. Okay, and finally, Dylan, your time. Introduce us to this
Michael
man.
Standing is his name. He's well, I'll let him tell you.
You're the worst.
I did.
Just want you to know I hate you.
I knew this would be your reaction. Okay, right. Okay. So, the name is Michael Standing. I'm a bit of a hermit from time to time. But then, I decided that I'm bored of being alone with my intelligence and my brain. So, I took to the stars and wow. So much to see and do. And I can't wait to explore. And he frequently breaks character.
Frequently breaks character.
He breaks his own character. Yeah, his life is literally like he lives like he's in a movie. Yeah.
But sorry, overlay's just updated. There we go. Okay, so
Yeah, you should have
or
just rolled
Space
with it.
Christopher Walken.
You were just waiting to reveal the names until after we'd introduced ourselves.
Yeah, that was obviously what I was doing.
You had it all prepared
Yeah.
from the start.
See if they could guess what the name would be from the introductions.
When you said them.
I didn't.
Okay, yeah. So Space Christopher Walken, who is an expert,
Absolute expert, yeah.
a man of many skills. I also can't wait for when I try to tab back over to Roll20 and OBS is broken and everything again. It's going to be very exciting. Right. So then, gentlemen, I guess we shall start. So we begin with like a big camera pan across this massive spaceship hovering in a pretty empty chunk of space. And like it's almost if I was a man who truly didn't care about ripping things off. We almost get the full on like camera goes underneath an entire destroyer, but what class ship is that,
You
Dylan?
have no shame.
That would be Venator class. No. Oh damn! No, the Venator. I think the Venator class Star Destroyer is Vader's flagship. I can't remember what the standard one is.
Not be like
Oh,
executive
nerds.
class.
Regardless,
No, it is a Venator. The Executor is Vader's flagship.
there we go. So yeah,
Nerds.
says the man who regularly plays 24 hours of D&D straight.
Silence you.
Yeah, so we see this huge spaceship. It's a lot like kind of longer than it is like wide. It's not like a huge flat disc floating in space. We're not going to get like aliens from Mars with this. And you can see it's like it looks a little battered from the outside. There's a lot of bits where it looks like sort of where gun emplacements might have been have just like ripped out, and there's just cables floating freely in space. And a lot of the like repairs on it look like they were done for like with completely different materials and stuff like that. It's seen better days. We just pan over the side of it where we see the name, the Queen of Hearts, and then the zoom goes through the walls, and we're in a cramped little office off the side of a pretty busy, bustling marketplace area on one of the lower decks, where there's like a big kind of holographic message board on one wall with very proud letters on the top. Wild Cards is in a nice big logo, and there is one thing on the there's two things on the board. One is like the Wild Cards advertisement leaflet. Is like holographically floating there. It's just like I think it's just it's Eric's face just going. You see this quite handsome looking man who's like a little bit past his prime with like this shocking like flame of red hair. He's doing the like "we need you" pose, but he looks a little bit more like cavalier and like, hey. It's a bit closer to the Fonz than it is a British general. And the other is a job that Eric in question, who is sitting behind his desk, is about to tell you all about. So the four of you have ended up here through some sort of sin in your previous lives. And yeah, that's where we pick the scene up. So I think we join as Eric is kind of telling you, so we need to get our name out there a bit and get some money rolling in. You boys are the first to sign up. So there's an old friend of mine, works for Evil East Co. Name's Henry Collins.
Evil East Co.
Evil East. Ivalice.
Sounds a bit evil to me.
Right, okay.
Don't worry, they're no more evil than any other corporation.
Subtext.
Captain told me
E. I think at that point there's the smile of like, which is what we all want because everyone wants to be rich, right? But he's his company, by which I think he means him, lost a prototype machine when they were doing some test flights over the planet Aginius in the, I forget which sector it was, in the Oenius sector.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
They can't really be seen to be landing on it because the planet's been kind of declared it's part Badlands, part lands we're not allowed to go and mess with. So they want some deniables to sneak onto the planet, pack the prototype into a ship, and get it off. We've agreed to help them out with that. Which I mean, you're gonna go help them out with that because yeah, you guys are the muscle. I stay here.
Don't worry, Repsorp's on the job. Just let us know how much we're getting paid for this job.
He goes, well, we are having to put some money up front to pay off my associate to get you to the planet and to bring a ship large enough to carry this prototype off. Do you guys know what Evilis make? At all?
Evil things. They make evil things.
No, dear, no.
I
no.
have no idea.
It's
So,
no concern to me. My only job is getting back their product. I don't ask questions.
I mean,
I get results.
you're going to be
sounds
very
clever.
useful at times.
Grog takes a step closer to the smart guy.
They make large worker robot suit thing. Giant robot suits. It's like power armor, only bigger. Like way bigger. It's designed to survive the atmosphere and general terrible conditions of their home planet. Mech suits. I think that's the technical term. Kind of like shrugs a bit because, you know, to him, mechs aren't cool yet. He's wrong in this because mechs are awesome. Yeah, they've been testing ones capable of spaceflight, I believe. It conked out over the planet. Be careful on Aginius, guys. It's not a nice place.
Boy,
Full
what's
of
on
bat.
it? Are they nasty
You
to
know, roaming
don't like it when
bands of
people want
raiders and generally unpleasant people with trucks and guns. The usual.
Do they break the law?
There isn't really a law there. It's kind of just whoever's got the most guns is in charge.
Grog's mind is blown.
Sounds like one hell of a planet.
Sounds like they're not very civilized at all.
That's accurate.
They sound like animals.
I mean, that's a bit rude.
I'm just saying.
That could be racist from where I come from because there are actually people who are animals, and he looks like a bird. So
Well, no.
The bird faintly ruffles his feathers.
On one hand, you know, he's civilized. These people sound like uncivilized. You know, there's a
I
difference.
see what you mean there. Yes, that's a very good point, actually. What's your
Exact-
name again?
It's Mike standing.
Okay, Mike.
The thing is that I've always found that a civilized person and an uncivilized person are very similar when you've blown their brains out.
Well, it's only
Well,
it's
they're
only
dead,
two.
so
It's only one, two letter difference. So yes, it is quite similar, I suppose. I've been learning my letters.
It's just Eric is just watching you over his desk like this. You could like, I think you could almost see him just tallying up how much money he spent on this office, the little equipment, his contacts, just going, these fuckers are gonna ruin everything.
But anyway, it's a piece of shit down there, and that's why they're sending in me. And you guys are being my backup.
Sure. We'll help.
What's wrong with your back? I look at his back. It's a little bit weird, I suppose. I suppose I could have done a few massage lessons in my time. Like cracks his massive fists.
Oh dear
No
God.
thanks, I prefer my massages to be done with by pretty women.
Grog looks sad. Are you okay? No worries. No worries. Not upset.
Yeah, he kind of sits back. He's like, go see Oren in Dock 7. He's agreed to. He owes me a few favors. He'll take you to Aginius, get you in there under the radar.
Well,
Just, you know, don't let him drink too much.
I do have a question
Email your question.
regarding the job.
Grants me this.
Absolutely.
Let's.
Sorry, someone got the reference.
Okay. Okay. I do have a question.
Yeah. Eric's just like, what? What? Oh, okay. Yeah. Go on, Mike.
We need to talk about money. This doesn't sound easy.
Oh yes, let me
necessarily.
handle this. I'm an expert negotiator.
Sure.
This should be amusing. Let's
You
stand
go,
back and
you.
let's let him go.
Just gonna stand.
Hello,
back.
Eric. We are doing a job for you, and so we would like to receive some payment.
Good.
How
That
much
is
payment
reasonable.
would you like for us to receive? And then take that number and double it. And then I look back at the guys like, yeah.
Fucking genius.
Do your thing. Oh boy.
Oh dear. I'm trying to think what like a reasonable fee is, because I realize these are the bits I'm always terrible at in role playing games. Is like, how much do I pay people?
At this point, my character's just in the corner, basically with a look like humans. What are they like?
Yeah, I think probably at some point. Well, maybe he's something like about how much he's going to pay. That's what just gonna say. Do you like speak? Space
Yeah, I speak
common?
English.
Okay, good. Just thought I'd check. I mean, you've been kind of quiet there. Just want to make sure there was any awkwardness.
No, just listening.
Good.
You know, just you gotta.
To be
Sometimes it's like leave the Avok to it. They're an observant race, I believe is the term, by which I mean really quiet and generally kind of antisocial. But
Excellent. We're going to get him just fine. Buddy.
I've seen some of them in a fight, and some of them behind the wheel, and oh my god, there's no one else you'd rather have.
Well, now that may be true, but you'd never met me before now.
That is fair.
True.
I can offer 750 credits each upon completion of the job.
So that will be...
Yeah, that will be fine. Thank you very much.
That will be good, yes.
Wonderful. Now,
Let's go, buddy.
Let's take you down.
okay, shush now. Shh.
You did good. You did good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so he kind of goes, right, don't let me down, boys. It's the first mission the Wildcards ever had. I'd like it for it to be a success. Having
every one of Repsorp Theatre's jobs has always met into completion unless it was an unrealistic job.
Repsorp,
So as long as this isn't an unrealistic job, it's fine.
how many jobs have you done? Exactly.
Well,
How
In
many have been successful? Actual jobs.
since
Can you guys carry this conversation on when I can't hear and feel terrified about the failure of my company before it even gets off the ground?
Plug your ears.
This-
I'm asking
this,
the man
this
questions.
may be my
Headphones
first
go
job
in.
since I left my planet, but back on my home planet, I was very successful.
In doing What?
In the business of killing people.
Good. Just making
Like-
sure.
Admittedly, everyone now here has better weapons than they used to, but like, well, I wouldn't give to get to shoot some musket wielders again. They were
Sure.
fun.
Oh dear.
Frog
Okay.
doesn't know what a musket is, but he likes the word.
Musket. Okay. Oren, Doc 7, get the hell out of my office. I
Wait,
transmit the
really?
mission details to the computer there. Good luck, boys.
We're gonna need a spaceship, boys.
That's what Oren is for. He said, "Oh, you just ignoring that part."
Yeah. It's okay. We're going to get one from a nice man. You'll like him, I'm sure.
Wait,
You
who's
can
the captain on
massage
this
him.
ship?
Hmm?
Well, if he needs to. But who's the captain on this here vessel?
Eric,
can-
Eric here is the captain of this vessel, I think, right? And Otis will be the captain of the other vessel.
Just every name has been gotten wrong. That's glorious.
We just haven't been listening.
D&D
okay, well-
characters in a nutshell.
Well, I only answer to one captain, but I suppose.
As long as you don't break Oren's ship, I'm sure he'll be fine with you. You're looking for the rising tide. Have fun, kids.
Wait, there's water?
No,
I don't like the seaside.
We're in space.
There's space water. There's seas of space. They're called
Nope.
spees. I've been there. You've seen them.
Hello and welcome, Aiden Tom 999 to the adventure. You're a gentleman, a scholar, and all those other things.
See,
Now
now,
then.
I haven't been in space for very long, but even I know that doesn't sound very likely.
What's water seasides in space? No, you're completely correct. I don't know
Well, you
whatever
haven't
gave
been-
you that
You haven't
idea.
been to space Sputlands, clearly. Haven't been to Sputs because
Humans.
yeah, it's a lot of seaside there. Thank you very much. And I would start walking towards the ship.
He's got a fucking space button. You piece-
Sputlands, it's real. And
Oh, I
Grog
have
said-
to include that now. To be fair, I was watching another sci-fi game where they had Earth Home Entertainment, who had an entire planet that they governed, and they were Space Disney. Welcome, Itchy Pit. That is a name that you have there
delicious.
to the adventure. Thank you for the follow.
So I've just got a scratch.
Lovely. All right, so you guys make your way down to Dock 7.
Not that fit. Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to. There's like this is like cheap docking, and you wander along until you find. I think it's like one up from the thing that looks like if it actually fires its spike drive, it might shake itself to pieces. To the one that's like you've got a 50-50 shot, and you see in very like big blue like spray painted on letters the rising tide on the side of this like free merchant ship. It's got kind of the Serenity style like big backloading bay thing that's currently down, and like sitting on that ramp on like a wicker rocking chair is this like you see this relatively old looking dude under like sleeping under like a straw hat, and he somehow has a piece of like straw that he's chewing on despite the fact he's on a space station and is surrounded by like kind of dull chrome and metal everywhere, and he's there like in a rocking chair just kind of napping on the ramp of this of the rising tide. Party, what do you do?
I reckon that good old Mike Standing, great name, is
Yeah.
people haven't got that already, then you know.
You're the worst.
I know. Oh no, I believe you're gonna keep reminding me of that. Don't worry.
Uh-huh.
Good old Mike Standing is gonna go up. Actually, Grog, why don't you go wake up
Hello.
the nice man with
Oh,
a shoulder
looks-
rub?
looks like he's sleeping. I don't know
He
if I want to
would-
wake him up.
Well, you know, he looks like he's got bad posture. You don't
Ooh, he
want him
does,
to
doesn't
wake
he?
up with a
Yes.
sore neck.
No, that's awful, isn't it? One time I woke up with a sore neck and whew, it was really nasty.
Yes, exactly. You don't want that to happen to this poor, defenseless, fragile old
He's
man.
very old. I walk, stomp over to him, and then like look at his neck, which is like just like on one side, and then like correct it very like he tries
It's
to
just
be
like
gentle.
you just grab
He
him
just
like
has a-
by the throat. It's like,
I sit him up. I pull him up by the neck so he's standing. Hello.
yeah, so like it's like there, just, and he's like, well, Eric said you were big. Woo!
Wakey.
I'm quite all right, sir. If you'd be so kind.
Are you sure? Because your posture is very bad.
Running out of air.
Grog,
Really?
you might want to
Everybody was running out of air.
Put him down, Grog.
Look.
Put him down.
Grog, his
Oh,
neck's
sorry.
fine. Just let him go.
I
Gently.
I drop him. Ooh, sorry. You are very old. I hope you're not broken.
He just kind of drops like, woo! Hello! Pleasure to meet you all. The name's Oren, and this is my ship. He kind of taps the side of the loading bay. I guess you must be Grog. And
Yes, that's a good guess.
yeah, he like puts a hand out to kind of to shake.
I crush it.
It's like good strong grip you got there. Yeah, as he wanders over to the three of you,
you.
he pulls like a hip flask out of like the inside of a little waistcoat he's got on. Just takes a swig. As he gets closer, like yeah, he's like early 60s, something like that. Got like a kind of looks a bit like the My Cabbages guy from Avatar. Got a bit of beard, a little bit of a bald spot. Kind of salt and pepper hair. Yeah, and he goes through and shakes your hands and introduces himself. So, Aginius, you say?
That's the
Should
one.
be a fun ride. Are we ready to leave? Has everyone got everything they need?
I do
I
have a...
always have everything I need because all I need is right here.
Yes.
Ignore him.
A
I
man
do have
after
a
my own
question.
heart, eh? Woo-wah! He like grabs you by the arm and just pulls you inside, like up the ramp of the ship.
I just like
Come,
stand
come!
still. I don't know.
It's like he basically will like try to drag you until he's at almost like a 45-degree angle and just lets go and sort of pings forward.
I'm like, excuse me, because the nice man here he wants to speak to you, and it's a bit rude that you're not listening to him.
No, I'm very sorry. Whew.
I-
Spins on a heel.
Would like to know, are you going to be drinking the whole time you're flying?
Yes.
Probably.
That wasn't for you, Grog. but Good to
Oh.
know. Stay hydrated. You're big, so you need to drink.
I
Probably
do,
more.
I get hot flashes otherwise.
Good. I'll make sure you've always got something to drink. Probably. Oh dear.
I look happy and shuffle onto the ship.
Yeah. So you wanted to say something to Aaron? Or was just like, is he going to drink the whole way?
That
And
was
he
it,
like
was-
sit
yeah.
like just downs through your speech and kind of.
Okay, to follow that, how much is left inside the flask? And more to the point, I'm guessing you've got several more on the ship.
Do you disapprove of my drinking style?
Not so much, but your flying whilst drinking is what I may disapprove of.
Oh, then there's no more booze then. None.
You're lying, aren't you?
Yes.
Don't drink and fly.
I'll
You're on
see
my
you-
ship. You're flying for free.
I'll see you on board.
Your
I
captain
have
always
never
says,
flown sober, and I
What
won't
exactly
start
comes for
now.
free? My understanding is you're getting a cut out of the paycheck that we would get paid, but we have to pay for you to take us there. So therefore, you're not flying us for free. You're flying us for our business partner.
Young man, you talk too much. Get on the ship.
your captain always says, don't drink and hyperdrive, so
Well,
don't go
that's
into
a different
hyperspace.
captain and a different ship. Let's
Okay.
go.
I don't think we're getting a better lift.
Yeah. It's the closest you've got to free, and you need to jump 2 hexes. So
Yeah, we get in. It's just a lot of kind of eyeing up
Space
each
truck.
other.
To just give people in the audience a better idea. So this is the sector map. This heart here. So this is sector Epsilon Theta. This heart here is the Queen of Hearts, and the Oenia system here is where this planet Erginius is that they need to get to. So that is 2 hexes, which his ship actually is pretty good. So it will take about half a week, 4 days specifically.
Okay.
Which hex is it that we're actually going to?
You're going to 0104.
104, genius. Is
Ah.
the system
Oenius.
Oenius?
Well, that's the thing. I need to set up follower alerts on the other page. I forgot to do that. But yeah. So you're
Who's like piloting? Because doesn't someone have to make
this
a check?
Oren guy is
Okay.
this is the pilot. Yeah, so I think you see him sitting at like he kind of shuffles into this like old worn out chair with like it's got the rips in it where the like whatever the fuck insulates a futuristic spaceship pilot chair is like puffing out, and you see him pull over a big like holographic display and typing in rapid navigation coordinates, and like kind of does about half of it. Pulls another flask out of like the inside of the like stuck between the cushion and the armrest, takes a very long pull and types in the other half and goes, "Should about do it." Alrighty, boys.
Where's my cabin?
There are rooms downstairs. You'll be quite comfortable. Don't worry. I
Okay.
carry passengers as much as cargo.
Last question. Got any microwaves? No reason, just asking.
There's something in the kitchen. Yes.
Okay. And I run off.
Good. Wonderful.
Someone want to check that he's not going to blow up the ship?
I'll follow, but keep my distance.
Woo! Like as you're like on the stairs and the ship just shoots out of the loading bay.
Stupid! Old fool!
Yeah.
I could have died!
It's like some person still in the cockpit and you get a beeping alert going like, warning, override of manual brake. You are leaving airspace. You're just like, woohoo! Yeah. So you're stuck on a spaceship with a crazy drunken smuggler for 4 days, getting to this planet. And the rest of you. So let's tell me what's going on. What do you do for 4 days?
Cry.
I
Good,
find
good.
the microwave and I find a radio.
Yeah, it's like
And then I put the radio inside the microwave and I've created a radio wave.
do you then proceed to turn it on?
I do, and then I show it to everyone. Look, guys, look what I found. Look what I've made.
Yeah, it's like, so who's the moron who actually looks, or the unlucky person who
I
doesn't know
like
that
bring
he's
this
an
into like the mess room.
I know, do we all roll luck saves?
idiot? Yes, fuck it. Everyone roll me a luck save to just
Guys,
see if
look
you
what
were
I've made.
unlucky enough to be like, what have you got? Oh my god!
It's my latest prototype.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Hey,
we all
nat
succeeded.
20. Nat 20,
Dylan,
that must mean it works.
if you go to your character sheet, there's so in the saving throws thing, there's on the far right there's luck save and there's a little dice next to number 14. If you click that button. So yeah, basically, Grog walks into the mess room holding this microwave. It's like, hello, and like I guess
Grog,
walks up.
What have you got there?
It's my
fascinating.
radio wave 7.3.
What's that inside the... Oh.
It's the radio. You put it inside and then it does this. Look.
It like just starts vibrating, and Grog just drops it in your lap,
Look.
Thank you.
and then it explodes. Yeah.
Yeah, it does that
Oh,
sometimes.
whoops. Sorry, wrong hotkey.
You dum-dum.
I know, I'm the worst. So yeah. You aren't dead. I guess I'm not going to make you take damage for stupid pranks happening in preparation.
Can it just
But
be,
yeah,
like,
so that probably
chronic?
happens on like the first day, and you spend the next 3 days in the equivalent of a med bay having like bits of plastic
Crying.
pulled out of like your inner thigh.
I'm so sorry. It doesn't usually. Well, sometimes that happens, but usually it doesn't. So usually it's with the robots you see, and then they just get extra bits of metal on them, and it's fine. But you're all squishy like me. Look, and he's got like prod like a bit of the metal which is in your leg. Look, you're all squishy.
Grog, thank you, but I'd like to sleep.
If it
Okay,
goes
I'll,
for kind of,
I'll go.
yep,
I'll
kind
go
of
work on the next prototype.
comes up, taps Grog on the back, and it's just like, we need to get you into combat and point you at the enemies.
Where? Wait, there's combat? Are we being
In a couple of
attacked?
days. Just wait. There's some combat coming, and you're going to be amazing at it. I can tell.
I usually am, yes.
Excellent.
Oh dear. Yeah. So unless anyone specifically has something they want to play out, a couple days pass, and yeah, you kind of tunnel through Spike space. The crazy like LSD Technicolor wibbles passing over the windows. People don't usually stare out into the into Spike space. It's a weird. It is a silly place.
Let's not go there.
Let's not go there. Yeah. So you you kind of get the weird like as the universe kind of contracts back into 3 dimensions, and Technicolor waves around you give way to the blackness of the void of space and the pinpricks of stars. And yeah, you are just you're at the edge of this system, and Oren's like, right, 3 hours till we're at Aginius. Hold on, boys. And then this like the ship proceeds to do like in-system spike jumps, which just are quite uncomfortable because this is an old ship, so you just get like rattled, and suddenly you're 100 miles closer to the star, then zigs over to the left, zigs in the middle of the asteroid belt. It's like whoops. Yeah, and 3 hours of nausea-inducing zooping later, you make it to Aginius, and I guess whoever's looking out the window sees this kind of like frosty. It looks kind of like the traditional idea of a white Christmas morning, the kind of like frosty. It's not fully like Arctic Siberia, but it's definitely cold down there. It's by and large land. There's not actually that much like water on this planet, at least not like non-frozen. And yeah, you kind of see it in the distance. So over the course of your journey, you probably check like your little dossier you've got. And yeah, so well, one of you who's smart did.
Yeah,
so
even
yeah.
though Repsorp is dumb, he still checks.
Yeah,
I think my
to know
character
what he's supposed to
definitely would have checked.
Yeah, so you guys, yeah, and
What are these
Eric
squiggly lines?
Eric has laid out like, yeah, it's so let's say the Evilly company make mechs, is their kind of deal. They were so they started off as like, there's actually a major spaceport on the planet they're from, but these guys were like, no, we handle the domestic technology, the stuff that allows us to like actually like work and live in these horrific conditions of our planet, because their planet is very geographically unique in that it's basically a donut, which produces ridiculous weather phenomena. It's kind of like Siberia on crack in the livable parts, and so to be able to function and work, they built these mech suits that allowed them to like to actually go outside and do things after terraforming planted like, here's a place to live that isn't terrible. So their thing is that they're now kind of trying to like buy out bits of the spaceport company, and so they're trying to make mechs who are like space worthy, is what you're getting from this. The thing in question that you're looking for, the prototype, is called the Ifrit, and was it's a prototype mech suit capable of like in-system space flight. And unfortunately, it seems that like it's whatever engines it's using that are like better than the jet engines it was using to get around the planet, conked out over in a bit of sky, and it fell to the planet. Its black box is still beeping, and they're like, it should be tough enough that most of it survived, and we need like to get a hold of it, find out what failed, all this stuff. This guy Henry Collins is in system on board a ship called the Strahl, but he's not allowed to come in too close because the system is like corporations kind of have a deal. It's like Antarctica. Corporations have a deal; they don't mess with things here because otherwise it would get unpleasant for everybody. Yeah. And you have a very small amount of information on the planet. So it's a tech level 3 planet. The place itself isn't capable. There's no one on there who's capable of building up enough tech to get to space travel. But they're not actually like full on like muskets and stuff. These guys are. They have some decent weaponry and some decent armor, but there's basically just a constant like it's a constant gang war for the surface. Resources are pretty scarce. It's quite cold. Fuel and such is a very important thing. The generator basically spat me out Frosty Mad Max. So that's kind of the like vibe you're getting.
So basically, this was the Snowocalypse.
Yeah, this is like Lux's ideal Snowocalypse because it's easier to drive in. Yeah, so that's kind of like I think you maybe get like a video that someone has taken from like using basically reverse like the cameras we use to scope out planets. Someone was in system and took a video of like a fight between two gangs, and it's pretty brutal. These guys are, as I said, they tend to they do road warrior stuff. They get in close, they jump from car to car. It's pretty unpleasant. Yeah, you've got a little tracking thing that is putting like a blip on the planet for you. On I guess one of you's downloaded it to your compad or something.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
What is this
Right,
thing on
so
my hand
let's
anyway?
fly down, pick it up, fly out again. Easiest payday ever. And we'll put Grog on perimeter, make sure no one gets too close.
When it comes to analyzing information, I think I should probably be right there to see what happened. Just
Sure.
to be sure.
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, if any of you wants to try rolling any like other skills, I don't know if you have culture skills are applicable.
No.
I think most of you would have culture criminal. From
Yeah.
the sounds of it.
I have culture criminal and culture oso, which I don't think is particularly helpful at all in this game, probably, but you never know.
Yeah.
Spacer.
Nah, this is definitely it's a planet. It's not a space. Yeah, spacer would be like space stations of the sector, stuff like that.
I have a list of all the stuff I have.
I've culture spacer, I think.
Yeah, again, not quite applicable.
Yeah.
There's space stations, spaceships, zero Gs, that kind of stuff. That's what you know about as a result of that.
Yeah.
History.
Nah, this place wouldn't be in your history books. Except very, very, very far back. Like, the only thing you'd know as much about this place as like we do about
Northern Ireland.
No, for context, like imagine this place was ancient Malaysia.
So Northern Ireland.
Solid choice there, Fimba.
Yeah, because I was like going for like, okay, so a place not taught in schools because it's not relevant to where you're from. And also from like a time period of about 1,500 years ago. So not ancient Malaysia, but like pre-medieval Malaysia. Because it's not a superpower now, so we don't learn its history as like a respect thing. It's just this random planet full of angry gang people.
Fair.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, Oren kind of goes. Should I take us into land, boys?
Might as well.
Sure.
Okay.
Gently,
Yep.
please. My legs. Still recovering from.
You got any?
And like a vid screen pops up, he like raises a glass that's full of like a brown liquid, and goes, "Cheers, gents."
Do you have any guns on this? Say, I don't know, like a sand thrower or something.
Got personal defenses. As he kind of punches it towards orbit, and you start like diving into re-entry.
Does it have guns on this ship?
It's got a few anti-personnel things. Few things to shake pursuers, but nothing serious. Me
The
and the
anti-personnel seems like the kind of thing we want.
Uh,
My last ship had a
I'm
really
supposed to
big
be
gun
keeping
on
a
it.
low profile here.
I
There's
think
a few people on this planet, as much as it's out of the way place. There's a few people on this planet who've got friends off world. We don't want to
Well-
piss them off by saying we announced our presence by driving a spaceship into a camp or whatever.
I don't think we need to go on the offensive, but I think maybe if we got on the guns for defensive purposes, in case anyone saw the ship land and thought, "Hey, that looks like a hunk of junk." No offense, that I could get some. Okay, offense intended, whatever. That I could get some scrap from, and well, I might want to sell it and.
Oh
kill
yeah, if they have any
us.
microwaves or radios, we could set up a whole new industry of Grog Incorporated.
Grog, this place, there's no economy here for that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
in
like
the
the
next
don't
ship,
have
like-
microwaves.
So the ship sharply banks as it like kind of it twists, so it's going down flat, so that when this hits planet gravity, you're at the right orientation. But it's still, even with like inertia dampeners and all that jazz on the ship, it's still a pretty like. You just hear like I think Oren's screen is switched off and he's just laughing maniacally in the cabin.
Notos looks distinctly ruffled.
A fucking A.
Is it bad that in my head the captain is like an old-timey prospector going, yeah?
That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for. He's less into gold and more into smuggling, but yeah.
No, I just
Um,
imagine like the prospector from Toy Story 2.
That's exactly what I
Yeah,
was thinking of.
yeah.
Like that's who I'm seeing in my head.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing that.
Just like overall straw hat, beard, just going, yeah! As like the ship's on fire and crashing through the atmosphere, and he's just going, yeah! I'm having the time of my life. That's my interpretation of this character.
Your interpretation. Yeah, so you scream into a landing.
Scream, yeah.
And yeah, I think the outside cameras switch on as it's like you're kind of just coming down through cloud layer, and like it starts slow and goes, "Right, boys, nice and quiet now. Don't wanna wake any of the locals. The outside temperature is roughly -5 degrees, and we're landing at what I estimate to be evening local time. If you look out the left, you will see snow. If you look out the right, you will see snow.
Thank you
Where
for
do we
flying
see the wreckage
EasyJet.
of the thing that we're supposed to recover?
I think your like phone blips up, and it's like he goes, Eric lent me a car, like a tow car that should be capable of pulling this thing along behind you. It's grav, but it does actually it's disguised so it fits in with the locals.
I'm sure it is.
I think you would have seen it. It looks like kind of like a Range Rover, but a little chunkier, of today. But yeah, I mean, any one of you can like go and have a proper look at it and go, I mean, these wheels are fake. It's got grav engines underneath it. It just is designed to pass kind of a really obvious inspection by like anyone
Why
on this
aren't
planet.
we just flying over the top of it?
As he points out, it's like his thing is like you're not supposed to be there. It's basically what Eric said. It's like no one is supposed to be there. You're supposed to kind of go in and get this thing out without alerting the entire population of this planet and like the thing has moved since when it landed on the planet, so it's been found.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
an important.
Sorry, that was a detail I
important
should have
thing
included.
to-
Yeah.
Gonna say,
Yeah,
that
the thing
does
has moved,
change
so,
things
like-
somewhat.
Yes, sorry.
Oh yes,
detail I
that
should have-
changes everything.
We're definitely gonna have to ask for a raise. We weren't given that information.
Yes, that instead of 750, we're going to double that to 900.
I think Oren's screen just flicks on. It's like flicks off.
Everyone's just like, yeah, no. I mean, 900 seems reasonable for this information, and
Guys, this is a dangerous job. Why don't we perhaps... Well, no, I mean, this is some high-tech stuff we're going after. Why don't we, keep it for ourselves? Sell it. We don't need this guy. We could... Are you enjoying where I'm trying to take this story, Finn? Are you enjoying this? Because
Um,
I just realized I'm going completely away from the.
I mean, the
title.
issue that would definitely occur to you is like Eric can't really chase you up on that, but the Evilist Corporation fucking could.
Have what the.
I think the impression Eric gave was like this guy hasn't reported this to the main company, is why they aren't here doing this because it would get him in trouble. But like the difference between like okay, if I can get this out with some nondescripts, be fine. If they then steal it, that's like we're hunting you down.
Yeah, but we got a captain now. He can fly.
You should
Like
not
a
want
crazy
Captain-
person. No one's gonna follow him.
Wait,
No,
isn't
trust-
that against the law, though?
Well, the law is about perspective.
Look, Repsorp Theatre,
Don't know what that word
I took
means.
on a contract, I fulfill my contract.
Contracts.
I like
Shape.
sticking to the plot, okay?
Hey.
Says the GM.
GMs in the party say what? Yeah.
My
So I
character
think. Oh, sorry.
at this point just looks at him and goes, "So, who would you sell this experimental high-tech weaponry to? I'm sure we'd get a great price selling it on the black market."
Well,
Not.
Experimental, broken, high-tech weaponry too.
well, you know, this
The moment- yeah.
unknown. We could find something to do, and if not, we take it back to the guy and say we got sidetracked. We got held up at traffic.
Yeah. Oren, like, I think you hear the sound of the docking ramp opening, and Oren kind of flicks. I was like, "All right, boys, this is where you get off. I'll be in contact on your pads. You got my number. Give me a call when you need me to come pick you up.
What's his number?
It's space. Numbers have
Oh,
gotten
it's
much
different
longer.
Space.
It's like an ID. It's probably his thumbprint. Like at the stage, like or like it's a DNA sample
So
or
we're
something.
go-
Or
we're
like
going-
We've got his
somewhere.
Facebook. We have his Facebook in
Yes.
our compads.
So
Where's
we're
the
saying if we're going to
space book?
thumb him later.
I don't know, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah,
You-
we'll
you-
thumb him
Well, let me-
later.
wait,
Thumb him later.
Grog's
Okay,
on his
thumb him
like
later.
Grog's on his compad like, let me add you on Facebook. What's your name again?
it's Oren
Okay, orange.
Blue.
Orange, blue. I've got you. Okay, I will.
He looks kind of
DM
surprised for a
you
moment, and then yeah,
On space Twitter later.
yeah. So yeah, he
Twitter.
yeah, you hear the sounds of like this this kind of the wind blowing in through the deck, and yeah, you have a jeep and a direction and a mecha that needs rescuing.
One of you fine fellas want to drive this? I'm still a little bit rookie on the whole grav vehicles.
Don't know if any of you have grav vehicles.
Well,
abilities.
I
You
have
don't.
land-
I mean, I came from a
Let's
tech
go.
level 2 planet. I especially don't know grav vehicles.
That's fair.
Oh, I don't know. Hello, land vehicle.
I mean, any of you can like drive it. It's just a thing of like it's the
Driving it well.
skill checks will be hard for you,
What are the skill checks on? What stat?
as it would be. It will probably be dexterity, and then vehicle grav is the skill.
So anyone got that +1 dex skill?
I mean, I was pretty nifty on my whole horse-drawn carriages, but
At some point, you should get into your backs, which could be great. Yeah, cool. So I think we just see like a kind of slightly nervous-looking Repsorp, like
get it.
we just see the wheels slightly lift off the ground.
It's like,
And yeah,
yep,
you
yep.
you glide out of the rising tide and then
Very
speed off
slowly.
across the snows. And we see the rising tides, like the Haggard closes and he takes back off to orbit. Cool. And then we will take our first break because I need some more water.
All right.
Also, because convenient break times are convenient. So we shall return in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Gonna go rob some mechs with these morons.
Hey,
Can't wait.
Ta-ra.
we have a very high combined IQ.
Yes, combined.